so I'll say this intro, and then you can go off those.
All right, yeah.
Go from there.
And we can kind of...
Actually considerate.
I'm surprised you haven't got someone who's just like mad at you.
Time to go. I'm gonna do the intro, we're gonna talk, then we're gonna put the mic down, we're just gonna talk about what we got. Just make sure to look that way.
Oh, that thing is staring into my soul.
I know, it really is.
We gotta make sure we're leaning into the mic.
Welcome to Hoover Gymnasium here in Vancouver, Washington, where tonight we have a great game with the visiting Mark Morris Monarchs taking on the Columbia River Rapids. I'm Kennedy Dowse, joined by
Connor Orr.
And we are ready to get things started here tonight. It's a big-time game on the big-time stage, and we could not be more excited to get things started. It's Wednesday night basketball, and we're ready to go.
Yeah, you know, that's absolutely right, Kennedy. This game really is pivotal for both teams to win. We have both teams 8-2 in league, but currently Mark Morris is second and River is third, and that is because last time these two teams played, Mark Morris won 67-52, and quite really an impressive win. Right now, River is 13-2 overall, and Mark Morris is 15-2. River, you know, they had a 7-game win streak, but their last game was against Mark Morris. They had a tough fight, but they lost 48-42. And as for Mark Morris, right now they're on a 4-game win streak, and they're really looking. Both teams are looking to get this win, have a chance to compete to possibly win league.
Both teams here trying to chase RA Long for that number 1 spot in the standings here in the Greater St. Helens 2A League. It's gonna come down to it.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, I was talking to one of the players, John Reeder, earlier, and he really thinks it's just going to come down to stopping Mark Morris is what he thinks is their best player, Dalton Stevens. He really emphasized that, and just making sure that they're staying disciplined because they have great coaching, great players, and Mark Morris overall is just a great organization. I think overall, like you said, it'll be a very close game, but that's nothing River isn't used to. So far this year, whenever they win, if it's a close game, it's a very close game. They've seen 59-57, Prairie 63-61, and RA Long 56-55. So they've taken several close wins. If this game comes down to it, I think they can pull this one out.
I agree with you, Connor. I think it's going to be a great one. We're sitting in here for a classic.
Exactly.
Tonight we have a great state Conference League matchup between the visiting Mark Morris Monarchs and your Columbia River Rapids. Just a reminder to everyone in attendance tonight, please be respectful toward players, coaches, and officials. If the officials make a call you cannot agree with, it is okay to move on. Please do not cause a disturbance. Also, we have a special halftime event. So don't miss tonight's half-court shot contest during halftime. Donate $5 or more per shot through Give Butter to Brendan Kano and Reese Dunning, and label your donation half-court shot contest with your name. There's a bottle of flyers including all the information and QR codes to Give Butter. Then during halftime, take your half-court shot. Prizes include first prize, $100 Visa gift card, second prize, $50 Visa gift card, and third prize, $25. All proceeds.
We are about to get ready for roster introductions here tonight. It should be very even matchups when you look at the height, the skill level, and just the overall expectations of this game.
Yeah. Now we're doing the national anthem here.
So we will remain silent. It is basketball time here in Washington. We are ready to go. Up next, player introductions.
Now the lineup for the visiting Mark Morris Monarchs. Number 3, Dalton Stevens. Number 4, Drew Ibarella. Number 20, Nate Stevens. Number 21, Mark Hendrickson. Number 23, Carson Bonger. And now for the Columbia River Rapids. Number 3, Ari Richardson. Number 5, Javen Fletch. Number 11, John Reeder. Number 20, Luca Phillips. Number 23, Aaron Hoey. Mark Morris in their blue, Columbia River in white. We are set for basketball.
Yeah, you know, Keegan, I think one of the most important things will just be for River getting off to a quick start. You know, you don't want to get into these games where you have to go back and forth and back and forth. Although I do see that happening here tonight, I think just avoiding that entirely is the best way to go. They have really, their roster is set up for success. They've had a lot of these players play together for a long time. And like I said, getting off to that fast start will be critical here tonight.
I agree with that 100%. Time for tip-off now. Mark Morris is going right to left, I believe, and Columbia River going left to right. Tip-off won by River and immediately fouled on the jump ball. And it'll be a Mark Morris inbound for Nathan Stevens. Stevens looking to find somebody. He does. Now he's got Ibatella. Now looking back to Ibatella. Now he has a man, and he will kick it out of the corner for Ibarella. Ibarella looking, now has a man. Back to driving, no good. Rebound is out of bounds, and it'll be River basketball. Peters will inbound. Richardson will take it up. Richardson trying to have something happen. Try to drive to the picks it out. Now makes a move. Mid-range jumper is off the glass, no good. Taken up the court by Stevens now. Stevens trying to make something happen. Drives, and the ball gets stuck in the rim. I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, you know, I really think so far that's just a microcosm of how this game has gone. Both teams have had possessions and no one scored, and really, I mean, that one couldn't even go in. I mean,
the rim is trying to slow these scoring teams down, these high-powered offenses.
Exactly. It's not having it here tonight.
No, it is not. Reeder inbounds to Richardson. Single man press played by Morris. Pass out to Reeder. Reeder back into the corner to Richardson. Richardson kicks to Hoey. Now back to Reeder. Reeder kicks it out to Richardson. Deep three is good. The opening bucket of the night. Took a couple of minutes, but it does go down. Stevens now with it. trying to find something happen. Pass is intercepted, going the other way. It is no good. Rebound by Hoey is out of bounds. Mark Morris ball.
And I think Ari Richardson, he's going to have to keep heating up more and more tonight. First one, he gets it to go. It took about a minute and 15 for River to get a bucket, but if they keep feeding him the ball and he keeps staying hot, they're going to find a lot of success there, especially on the outsides.
Inbound to Ibarreta. Looking to find somebody. Guarded by Reeder. Now does find Bonger. Bonger now to Stevens. Stevens, and he's going to get called for a charge, and it'll be River ball.
So far, we've seen a lot of strong defense here for River, and really for both teams, but especially River. Mark Morris has had 3 possessions, no points to show for it.
Indeed. Still 3-0 on the scoreboard, 6:08 to play. Richardson, takes it up. Pass over to Hoey. Hoey into the corner, and it is no good, off the rim for Fletch. Stevens will take it up the court. Try to make something happen. He will go for and 1 to the lines. Will Stevens go?
And so far, that's really has looked like Mark Morris's plan is, get it to Stevens and let him do his work, especially in the paint. And earlier he got called with the charge, but this time he's able to get the and 1.
He is, and now he'll be shooting 1 shot at the line to try to tie this game up. Shot good, we're tied at 3. Richardson inbounds to Reeder. Back to Richardson. Calls a play. Over to Reeder. Reeder back to Richardson. Deep 3% is no good. Not sure what the end goal there is. Now Brooks will take it up to Stevens. Stevens will kick it out, and that is to Ibarreta. Ibarreta over in the corner to Bonger. Bonger now to Stevens. Stevens back to him. It is good. And a quick bucket there for Mark Morris. Now Hoey will take it up. Over to Reeder now. And it passes intercepted, gets it by Richardson now. Over to Hoey. Deep 3 is good. 6 apiece now. We just start to see now these shooting abilities for both of these teams as this is taken up by Ibarreta. Into the corner, Stevens now. Stevens looking to have something happen. Makes one man fall to the ground as Fletch goes down hard. And we're gonna get 2 shots for Stevens once more.
And you said earlier, right now we're seeing really the firepower and the offensive attack from both these teams really showing, really displaying. This game has really gone back and forth. We've seen 3 after 3, and now we've got Stevens back at the line for the and 1.
Yeah, we do. Chance for another 3-point play for Stevens. He's been everywhere. It's been their main strategy, feed the ball to Stevens over and over and over. Shot good, 9-6. Inbound to Hoey, who takes it up. Light press played by Mark Morris. Hoey trying to make a man miss. Now takes it out, and it's a miscommunication and a bad pass. It'll be Mark Morris basketball. Can't afford to have those turnovers.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure what River was looking to do there. A little bit complicated. Hoey started out, in and out in between the legs, and with that hard press they had there, you knew that pass was going to be able to get there.
And now Ibarreta will try to make something happen. Pick and roll play type happening. Now kicks it out. And he's all over him. Back to Ibarreta. Driving, puts one a floater, and it is off the rim about 5 different times and drops to get a 5-point lead going for Mark Morris. Richardson to Hoey. Hoey is over to Miles in the corner. Miles back to Hoey. Hoey to Richardson. Richardson will try to drive, mid-range floater, good. Taken up by Stevens. Taken away by Reeder. Pitch to Richardson. Long pass intercepted by Stevens. And just to clarify, there are two different Stevens on the court at the same time for Mark Morris, number 3 and number 20. Just to specify that.
But what a play that was there by John Reeder from behind, able to strip the ball away and get the ball back for River.
Passes over Phillips, who passes over to Richardson. Richardson sets it up. Makes a move on Stevens. Mid-range floater, no good. He airballed it. Rebound. Going the other direction now for Bonger. Bonger over to Ibaretta, and he's rejected. And I believe a foul or an up and down. The refs will talk about it. It's going to be a foul on River. Not exactly sure what happened there.
You know, the referees had to discuss that one. I wasn't, like I said, we weren't exactly sure what happened there,
No.
but Mark Morris able to get the ball.
Inbound to Stevens. Out to Ibaretta. Now back over to Hendrickson. Hendrickson now looking for Ibaretta, who drives. Can't find anything. He's all over guarded by John Reeder. Now it's kicked out to Stevens. Stevens, mid-range jumper, good. He's been the factor that's been dominating River all this quarter so far. Taken up by Reeder. Hoey makes a move. Step back, pass out. Now to Richardson. Richardson driving, makes a move, is good. It's going to be a back and forth all night, Connor.
Yeah, you know, we have Ari Richardson already with 7 points and Dalton Stevens with 8. These defenses need to lock these two players down or else it's going to be a high-scoring affair.
Meanwhile, over to Ibaretta. Miscommunication, it's out of bounds, River ball.
And really, ever since the beginning of the game where neither team could score there for like over a minute, we've seen just non-stop scoring, both by Ari Richardson and by Dalton Stevens.
Yes, we have. It's been a good one here in the first quarter. Richardson will take it up. Guarded by Ibaretta. Richardson makes a move. He'll drive. Kick out to Hoey. Hoey, three-point is good. We are tied at 13. Taken up by Bonger. Bonger now looking to find something to happen. He's guarded by Hoey. Now Stevens with it. Stevens will drive, goes up and is fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. The strategy has just been feed to Stevens.
Yeah, and I you know, we can see Rivers' bench really trying to get into it, really trying to get into his head, trying to make him mess up, but so far to no avail. He's back at the line for 2.
These teams, such similar play styles, such similar skill sets, such similar levels of expertise in almost every category. You see we're tied at 13. You can see why.
Yeah, these teams are so evenly matched. It's gone back and forth all night, and it seems like when one team is getting hot, so is the other team. You know, both teams are having a hard time playing complementary basketball, both offensively and defensively, and that's showing on the scoreboard.
And I believe we got a little something happening. Not exactly sure, but it's going to be a River inbound to Richardson. Zone defense played by Mark Morris. Over to Hoey now. Now they change to man. Hoey gets a tip. Now shoots a 3. He is in and out, robbed. Now Reeder with a rebound. Now to Richardson. Richardson drives. Step back. He is no good off the rim. Now going the other direction, and he will drive, and no good. He misses again. Hoey goes the other way to Richardson. Now Richardson drives. It's good. Richardson now takes the lead for Columbia River. They lead by 1. Bonger now tries to make a move on Hoey. Pass is almost intercepted by Reeder. Back to Stevens. Stevens for 3 is airballed. And out of bounds. Tried to make something happen there. Really was never going to work when you look at that.
And that's really the first mess up we've seen there from Dalton Stevens all night. He's had one heck of a game, and River just catching a break there.
Reeder takes it now. 45 seconds, to play now. Reeder into the corner, back to Hoey. Hoey will drive. Now he passes over to, I believe that's Reeder in the corner, who makes a mid-range jumper, bricks it. Stevens with the rebound. Goes the other way, 30 seconds to play. Into the corner. Nothing to go. Pass to West. West now back over to Bonger. Bonger, mid-range jumper, good. Reeder with 12 to go. Richardson with 12 to go. He'll drive. Falling down is no good. 4 seconds, Stevens drive. Now takes it to the corner, and it is no good. At the buzzer is good. Will they count it? Yes. At the end of one, it's 18 to 15. And we will be back shortly. Another 8-minute setback onto the clock. We're ready for the second quarter of action here.
Yeah, I was going to add on earlier, those last 2 points that Mark Morris was able to get there right before the buzzer, those really could be critical points, in a game that's this close. Any points matter, and the ability there by Mac West to get those 2 points critical.
Indeed. Over to Hoey now to start the second quarter. He'll drive, put one up, no good. Rebound, tie-ups, out of bounds, Mark Morris ball. They're going to say that it touched Phillips last. Some substitutions on the Mark Morris side. Is now Zane Armstrong is in. Meanwhile, Ibarreta will take it up. Ibarreta with it, trying to have something happen over to Stevens now. Stevens looking, has West. West over to Bonger. Bonger now to Stevens. Stevens surrounded in the corner, nowhere to go, gets hit. Now to Bonger for 3 is no good. Rebound, Reeder, and now it's going the other way with Hoey. Hoey over to, that is Phillips. Phillips will pass to the corner to Reeder. Makes a man miss for 3, no good. Rebound, out to Hoey for 3, good. Tie game again at 18.
And I think that makes Aaron Hoey now 3 for 3 on 3-pointers, all 9 points, and coming up big time and time again.
Indeed he is. Ibarreta tried to drive to the hole, and he's fouled on a reach-in. Fouled by Richardson. And Hendrickson will be subbed in for Armstrong. Inbound from Ibarreta. Hendrickson now, back to Ibarreta. Being guarded by Reeder. Now it's Hendrickson. Hendrickson to Bonger. Bonger looking to have somebody. He's got Ibarreta. Ibarreta will now try to drive. He'll step back, pass over to Bonger, and we got something. We're going to get a hold foul on River. Can't commit too many of those fouls and get yourself in You're gonna get yourself on those. That ball, no good. Stevens will head to the line for the 3rd time today.
He's already got 9 points, looking to make it 11 here. And also with 9 points, got Ari Richardson and Aaron Hoey. Interestingly enough, Richardson and Hoey are the only ones who have scored for River up to this point. They both have 9.
It's been a very singular player-associated game with Stevens on Mark Morris. 2 players for River, but nonetheless.
Yeah, all those 3 players really trying to put on their Superman capes here tonight and get that win, get closer to possibly having a chance to win league this season. That's what this game is all about here tonight.
Stevens makes it a 20-18 game. And Hoey will take it up. Pass to Reeder. Now Reeder will try to find something. Reeder will drive. Now he kicks out to Hoey. Hoey will drive. Now he'll kick out to Richardson. Richardson tries to find something, steps back. Pass way up high. Now Hoey with it. Hoey drives, gets contact, but he gets it anyway. No call. 20-20 now. Ibarreta to Stevens. Stevens nowhere to go. Now passes to Bonger. Bonger will drive. Pass is no good. Airball to rebound. Now going the other direction. Gets it taken away from him. Bonger now. Into the corner. Hendrickson, no. He'll pass to Bonger. Bonger. Back to Hendrickson. Hendrickson now. Back out to Bonger. Or excuse me, Ibarreta that is. Stevens now controls. Tight defense. Ibarreta for 3. Good. Richardson takes. Pass to Reeder. Reeder drives. Nothing there. Out. Kick is good by, that is Miles. Tyler Miles on the 3 ties it up. And we see these offenses come to life.
Yeah, you know, when one pulls ahead, the other comes right back. And it's difficult what to do differently defensively. I mean, each team, the defense is holding them, so the shot clock is running down to 6, 5, you know, sometimes even less than 5 seconds before they're shooting the ball. I think, you know, these defenses are really playing strong. They just need to watch out for those cross-court passes, because that's really what's getting them there. We saw, I'm not sure who it was, but they drived in, kicked it out to Miles. He was wide open for the 3. We've seen that time and time again with Mark Morris as well. They really just need to watch those. They need to play the gaps better, both defenses, and just watch those wide passes. That's really what's getting them. And just the aggression by both teams as well.
I agree with everything you just said. 5:02 to go here in the second quarter, 23 apiece. And that classic we were dreaming of so far coming to life. Bound to Ibarreta. Coming out of the timeout. Gets it stolen, and it's taken by Reeder. Now Phillips is no good. Gets it back, he scores. Ibarreta trying to have something happen. Makes a move on Reeder. Over to West. West tries to maintain it. Back to Ibarreta. Kick out is no good. Way too much on that. Richardson. Pass to Hoey. Hoey now will drive. Hoey, floater, no. Now it's taken the other direction by Stevens, the other Stevens. Mid-range jumper for him is good. Give him some points on the night now. Richardson. Looking to have something, gets a little bit of a screen by Reeder. Now will pass to Reeder. John Reeder, pass to Hoey. Hoey, deep 3, no good. Not a great shot selection there. Coming the other direction now. He'll pass to Stevens. That was Stevens to Stevens, actually. And now he will jumper, and he's fouled on the way up. And he'll go to the line for the 4th time.
You know, it seems like River can't really stop him, and if they are stopping him, they're fouling him.
Which is not as, it's equally as bad. He's only missed 1 free throw to this point in the game, and he's been equally as devastating at the line.
Exactly. They've just been a bit lucky that he hasn't been making the original shots to get the and one, to get the three-point play, but I'm confident he'll make both here.
Makes the first. Bonger comes in to sub for West. Meanwhile, Alex Pont is in for River.
Subbed in for John Reeder.
Thank you. Second shot for Stevens. Good. 27-25. Richardson takes it up off the inbound from Pont. Pont, excuse me. Pont now. Will pass it into Phillips. Phillips out to Richardson, who tries to get something going. Step back three, good. 1 point lead reclaimed by River, now 28-27. Bonger now will take it up slowly with time. 3:13 to play here in the second. Bonger pass out to Stevens. Stevens now to Bonger. Bonger now to Ibarreta. Floater good. Back and forth they go. Pont. Over to Phillips. Phillips way back out there. Hoey, pump fake, Pont. Into the paint. Back out to Phillips. Back out to Hoey. Still 15 on the shot clock. Richardson makes one man miss. Makes a second and third man miss. Goes himself and no. Kicks it back out to Pont. Back out to Hoey. 2 on the shot clock. Good! At the buzzer of the shot clock, they reclaim the lead. Back and forth they go.
This is unbelievable what I'm watching here right now from both offenses. They just can't miss.
It's unbelievable. 31-29, 2:14 to go here in the second quarter. Meanwhile, it is Hendrickson who gets it stolen by Richardson. Richardson will reclaim, and he is fouled. And it's River basketball again.
Great hustle play there by Richardson. He had he really shouldn't have gotten that ball, but his hustle, his fight, his passion really was able to keep that one and get River the ball. And he has 12 points on the night already, and things are just getting started.
Inbound to Fletch. Back to Hoey. Hoey will try to do it himself. Now passes to Phillips. Phillips drives. He uses his big body to go in. Biggest lead in a while. It's a 4-point River lead. Ibarreta now. Pass is to Hendrickson. Now back to it. Bonger now over to Hendrickson, who will try to make something happen. Pass to Bonger now. Guarded by Hoey. Mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound, foul. River ball. I mean, this is just outstanding basketball by both teams, Connor.
Yeah, it really is, and it's crazy to think that this 4-point lead is the largest lead that we've had here in a while. This game will definitely be back and forth all night long, and honestly, I'm surprised this lead is even as high as it is.
I believe this is the biggest lead of the day, or maybe tied. Meanwhile, Pont with it. He'll try to drive. Now he'll kick it back out to Hoey, he'll make a move. Breaks one man's ankles. Phillips gets blocked by Stevens, who gets the rebound himself, and he's fouled. And I believe that will put River Mark Morris into the bonus, so he'll go shoot 2. So the bonus for Mark Morris, now meaning they will shoot every time they are fouled until the end of this half. Only a minute 02 to go. Bricks the first front rim. West subbed in for Hendrickson. Second shot for Stevens. And he missed both. The nerves get to him a little there, possibly. 57 seconds to go. Pont now. Cuts back. Looking, has Hoey. Hoey now. Pass to Fletch. Fletch to Phillips. Phillips is good. 6-point lead. 41 seconds. Stevens now. Stevens will go, try to go coast to coast. He passes to West. West drive, no, kicked out. Ibarreta back to West. West. Now I believe that is Armstrong. Armstrong to Ibarreta. 22 seconds to go. 10 on the shot clock. Ibarreta trying to have something happen. 6 on the shot clock. West bobbles. 4 on the shot clock. Stevens pulls up from deep, no good. Rebound by Phillips, who goes deep for Clary, who misses, and now back out to Hoey. Did not get it off, and that's going to be the half. It's 35-29.
And you know, the last play there by River to get that 2 points, extend their lead to 6. That was just great ball movement, and we've really seen it all night long here, especially in the second quarter. I've seen River players, they run from one corner all the way to the top of the key, and they were able to find Phillips, pass him open, and he was right there in the paint, able to get that one to go, able to grow their lead to 6. And like I said, River was going to need to get out to a lead. Right now, they're building that lead, up 6 going into halftime, and they're going to need every point they can get. That's going to be an amazing second half, back and forth. I'm curious to see what coaching adjustments they make going into the second half, but it's still really anyone's game.
For the trailing Mark Morris team, I want to see what they attempt to come out back with here in the second half. For now, we will be back here in a couple of minutes.
Wait. Oh my God. They just don't have enough arc.
You think they'd let me go try it?
You gotta pay. Yeah. Bro, there's no way these little kids get it more than like 5 yards. There's absolutely no way. What the? How many times? Why is he shooting again?
On the broadcast this week, the IB Open House brings together future freshmen and their parents interested in a unique academic experience. Talon Collins reports. And Keep Swimming Rapids. John Reeder on the boys' momentous meet against Fort Vancouver and Hudson's Bay at Kelso. The personal bests that brought them over the finish line. Weekly News starts now.
This is CR Weekly News.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us this Friday, January 17th. I'm Jacob McManus, and we begin this week with our coverage of this morning's assembly honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The assembly was planned by students in the Diversity and Equity Club. The jazz band played, and guest speaker Larry Nelson from the NAACP spoke. The theme for this assembly was to spread MLK's message from the Alabama jail in Birmingham of, quote, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly." Great job, Diversity Equity Club, and thank you for continuing to honor Dr. King. And this Tuesday was River's annual IB night. Sierra News Chief Correspondent Talon Collins reports.
On Tuesday night, River welcomed students and parents to its annual IB Open House in an effort to showcase the benefits of the prestigious International Baccalaureate program. The event featured presentations by students, faculty, and staff. Principal Alex Odopal opened the evening with a strong message, calling IB, quote, "the cornerstone of River's academics." IB Diploma and Career-Related Program Coordinator Julie Nygaard emphasizing IB's role as, quote, "the strongest college prep program in Vancouver public schools." Both Nygaard and Odopal addressed common concerns about workload. They point to built-in support systems like rapid response time as evidence of the school adapting to students' needs.
We have that built-in time for support where students can go and check for understanding or go and get acceleration or receive a second go.
Current students sharing how IB shaped their academic and personal growth.
I value most from my IB experience the fact that there is a cohort of students that you kind of go through 2 years of studying with. It's really an opportunity for the students to take initiative in their own learning.
IBCB candidate Faith Dean says IB taught her discipline and time management.
The biggest takeaways are those aspects of the IB learner profile and being a critical thinker and having integrity and taking risks and finding balance.
Creating a global citizen and someone we want to kind of go out into the world in a way that they can engage and move forward in a way that they want.
As the evening closed, a singular overarching message resonated clearly. The IB program at Columbia River High School remains a key pillar of academic excellence and personal growth. And Jacob, echoing that sentiment, Odopal told Future Rapids, quote, "The future is bright here at Columbia River High School. The program, which he calls the Standard, is here to stay." Jacob?
Talon, thank you. This Thursday, Student Advisory hosted their second Munch and Mingle in the Black Box. The Munch and Mingle is a monthly event hosted by the Student Advisory that is meant to foster community by having open discussions with students on how we can improve our school. This month, they talked about the ways to strengthen belonging at River. If you would like to participate, keep an eye out on the ASB Instagram for more information. And Rapids. The Pathway Center is taking a group of 25 students on a field trip to the University of Oregon and Oregon State University on January 28th. If you are interested in visiting these colleges, today is your last day to grab a permission slip from the Pathway Center. These slips are due next Tuesday, so you should grab one now. And turning now to sports. On Wednesday, boys swim headed up to Kelso to take on Hudson's Bay, Skyview, and Fort Vancouver. Senior sports correspondent John Reeder has that story. John?
That's right, Jacob. On Wednesday, boys swimming took on Fort Vancouver, Skyview, and Hudson's Bay. They secured the victory over Hudson's Bay, however fell short against Fort and Skyview. During the meet, River saw numerous swimmers take home new PRs, as well as a third swimmer qualifying for the district tournament.
Last night's meet was actually a very successful meet for us. We had a lot of PRs and a lot of good times. Another swimmer got his first district time, which is good, which means we have a team of 3 going to districts.
For this team, it's all about support. By working hard in practice, focusing on nutrition, and pushing each other every day, this team's improvement and success will only continue to grow, something that's very important within the program.
It's very important to be supportive of each other as people are trying to get their end-of-season goals. And so just a positive mindset and a supportive team is important to actually achieving those goals they set out.
As the rest of the season, we want to progressively get faster, and it's not always going to be big increases of speed at a time, and we need to be okay with small gains.
Promising outlook as this group looks to close the season strong. John Reeder, CR Sports.
Trying to have something happen. Passes over to, I'm not exactly sure who that is. Anyways, Stevens, no good. Reader rebound. And Hoey will drive. No. Rebound Stevens. Ibaretta going the other direction. Trying to have something happen. He's got people open, and he will pass over to Hendrickson, who passes to Ibaretta. Back to him. Stevens now. Makes one move, and now it's over to Hendrickson. Good! Wow! The skill that were there that's just unbelievable. Impressive at the shot clock buzzer. 35-32 now as Richardson will take it up. Over to Hoey. Richardson now. Oh, good pass behind the back. Richardson now gets it back. Tries to drive. He'll kick it out to Fletch for 3. No good. Rebound. Hoey can't hold it out of bounds.
Like I said, that's a testament to what we said earlier about this ball movement here by River. It's been outstanding all night, and that was just another example. River wasn't able to get that one to go, but if they continue this, they'll be sure to put up more points, especially out wide.
Yep. Now here is Bonger. Bonger now to Hendrickson. Hendrickson back to, that is Stevens. Stevens and Stevens. Stevens back to Hendrickson. Hendrickson makes one-man miss, kicks out to Stevens. Stevens drives, gets not fouled. I'm not sure about that call, Connor.
Yeah, and you can see the Mark Morris head coach, he doesn't like it either. But, you know, we saw Mark Morris possibly get away with one earlier, and River maybe getting it back.
As a result, meanwhile, Richardson will take it up. He'll pass off the foot of Phillips. With Mark Morris ball. Oh, excuse me, it's River ball. Jumper, Hoey no good. Rebound for Phillips. Kicks it out to Richardson. Out to Fletch. Deep 3. No. Rebound Stevens. Going the other way. Stevens will try to drive it. Some collisions, and a lot of people hit the deck. And Stevens will go to the line for, what, the 5th time now?
Yeah, it's crazy, but I want to go back to that last River possession. One thing I've kind of seen that's been interesting in my opinion, you mentioned it earlier, was the shot selection by River. When they're taking these threes, they're really deep threes, and that could be a reason why they're not knocking all of them down. But yeah, like you said though, we got Stevens back to the line here for 2, which like you said, 5th time of the night is crazy, but they just can't seem to stop him.
First one good. Cuts the lead to 2. Chance to cut to 1 point said lead. Second shot is up. Is good. It's 35-34, 1 point River lead now. 5:45 to go in the third. Richardson will take it. Sets it up slow. Now makes a move. It's over to Phillips. Phillips plays big man. Drive is off the rim, out of bounds, and it'll be Mark Morris ball. Mark Morris defense really locking down the second half here. Ibarretto takes it up. These teams just go back and forth continuously. Now it's over to Stevens. Stevens now will have a hold foul called on Reeder. And it'll be an inbound for Mark Morris. Ibarretto will throw it. Bonger makes a move and they take the lead, and just like that, now it's 36-35 and we got a timeout called.
And, you know, there we could really see the frustration setting in for the River bench. You know, they had a 6-point lead coming into the second half, and that has completely evaporated in just a little under 3 minutes. And, you know, Mark Morris has been doing everything right. We said they needed to lock down defensively. They've done so. They've been making their shots, and that's exactly why they scored 7 points in, you know, a little under 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's an 8-2 run here for Mark Morris, and it's just been domination in these early goings of the third quarter. 5:05 to go still, but nonetheless, Mark Morris coming out raging out of the locker room.
And you can see Mark Ganner there for the River bench. He's really drilling in his players like, come on, we got to wake up. They just got out of the second half. Maybe, you know, they were looking a little bright. They had the 6-point lead, but now they got to lock back in.
Said 6-point lead gone. Now just gotta play like it's 0-0.
Exactly. 0-0 throughout the rest of the way, and you're down by 1, but that'll most likely help you. That'll really go you a long way in winning.
Richardson will inbound to Reeder. Flips it to Richardson. Slowly takes his time to set up a play. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Reeder into the corner now. Richardson back up top to Reeder. Reeder will drive. Now kicks out once more to Richardson, who back out to Fletch in the corner. Fletch is good. They take the lead. Back and forth we go again. Ibarretto will take it up now. Ibarretto Stevens. Stevens trying to find a man. He's got Hendrickson now. Sets something. Hendrickson back to himself. Over to Ibarretto. Ibarretto over to Stevens. Stevens been rated 3. No good. Phillips long pass to Reeder. Reeder drives. Richardson. No. Rebound taken away. Stevens now. Could go coast to coast. Gets it stolen. Gets it back. Over to Bonger. Bonger no good. Rebound. And these teams go back and forth again. Richardson now. Going. Fouled on the way. This is just insane.
Couldn't really say it any differently. You know, insanity is what we're seeing here. Both teams, whenever, other team doesn't make it, they're going right down the other team's throat. Coast to coast is what we've seen, especially these last couple plays.
The pacing of these teams and the speed at which they are going up and down the court is insurmountable to anything I have ever seen.
And I also credit that to a lot of, we saw a couple times there, Richardson, he thought he had been fouled, and so it's just passion, it's just these players getting frustrated, and it's just the importance of the situation really setting in.
Emotionalism. Basketball is a very emotional sport. You got to keep your tolerance, got to keep your discipline. Can't start fouling. Here's Bonger now to Stevens. Stevens over to Ibarretto, no. Rebound Hoey, who kicks over to Richardson. Richardson now with some speed to Reeder. Nice play.
And with as much impact John has had on the game so far, those are his first points.
Had a lot of assists. Iberetta to West. West sets things up over to Bonger. Bonger spins. Mid-range jumper, good. Cuts the lead back to 2, and some scuffles going on over there with Reeder and Stevens. Some scuffling maybe. I don't know if there was a push there, but they both went down at the end of that play. Here's Fletch in the corner. Gives it to Phillips. To Reeder now. Reeder steps out of bounds. Now Mark Morris will have a substitution here. Stevens will go out for Armstrong, who comes in. Armstrong will inbound to Bonger. Armstrong now looking to have something happen. Over to Stevens now. Stevens gets tripped, no call. Bonger stepping in, no good, out of bounds. River ball. A lot is happening here at a very fast tempo.
And you can see it's really starting to get physical out there. It means a lot to all these players, these organizations. They know the importance of this moment. Tensions are getting high, and the game is only getting closer and closer to the end.
2:11 left to go here. Meanwhile, Reeder with it in the corner. Over to Richardson. Back to Reeder. Reeder to Hoey. Deep three. No. Rebound Fletch goes up, and big man gets fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2.
What a play that was there for River. You know, we saw Hoey. He put up a long-range 3, and like I said earlier, I'm not sure exactly why they keep taking these long-range 3s, but they're able to get the rebound there, and Fletch just with that hustle, that gritty play, able to go up there. And you know,
Fletch just playing Superman.
Yeah, he wasn't able to get the points originally, but he draws the foul.
Hits the first. Makes us a 41-38 lead now. And Phillips will be subbed out for, that is Tyler Miles coming in. Second shot is up, is down and good. Iberetta now to Armstrong, who's got some speed bursts. Now Armstrong gets his pass deflected. Now maintained, out of bounds, River ball. You can start to see a lead forming and some momentum going with River now.
And that's, you know, home court advantage. That's really playing a factor here in this one.
They got a very full crowd here. Not quite sold out, but here in the J. Hoover Gymnasium, it is getting loud. Reeder, Hoey, now back to Reeder, to Richardson for 3. Ball is no, in and out. The hustle by Fletch, and we got a foul. And now this crowd gets loud again as another Mark Morris foul.
And all these fouls are really just coming from these hustle plays. And as a coach, you can't teach heart. It's something that these players come with, and that's a big reason why they're up 4 right now on the scoreboard.
I would agree with everything you just said. It's a big part of the game. Emotions are high, tensions are high. The stakes really couldn't be much higher. Both of these teams trying to fight to chase RA Long here for the #1 spot of the Greater St. Helens 2A League. Richardson over to Reeder, back to Richardson now. Richardson fires a 3. Ball is good for John Reeder. They spread the lead to 7. Stevens looking to have something. Stevens to Stevens. Iberetta, no. Rebound is good from Hoey. Hoey to Reeder now. Reeder right there is blocked. Iberetta now. Going fast. West to Stevens. Drive is good. 38 seconds to go in the third now. 5-point River lead, 45-40. And it's looking like we're getting set up for a good fourth quarter. Reeder to Richardson now. 16 on the shot clock, 22 on the game clock. Taking their time, Hoey looks, Reeder to Richardson now. Richardson tries to make a move. Richardson to Reeder. 3 on the shot clock, gotta put something up. Good. 5 on the clock, gotta put something up now. 2, puts it up, no good. Tied for the biggest lead of the night. It's a 7-point lead for the Columbia River Rapids going to the fourth. We'll be back after this. Fourth quarter action, and we are set and ready.
Yeah, and in that third quarter, that was for River. Really big quarter there by Javen Fletch and John Reeder, coming up with most of the points and really helping them get that 7-point lead going into the fourth.
Richardson to Reeder now. You got to think another 3 here, no good. That could have been a big moment there, go up by 10. Stevens to Stevens. Excuse me, Hendrickson. Stevens now gets a bounce, cuts it to 4. Big shot there now on the big-time stage. Connor, is this coming to be what everything you wanted?
It couldn't be much better. You know, I didn't think that the game would get to a 7-point lead for River, but now that it has, Mark Morris able to cut it right back. 4-point game, and like I said, it's really going to come down to the wire.
Meanwhile, a jump ball tie-up. It'll be Mark Morris basketball.
And I think, like, the third quarter intermission could not have come at a better time there for Mark Morris. Just kind of able to calm down the crowd.
Regroup yourself.
Give them a chance, yeah, like you said, regroup themselves, take a breath, be like, hey, you're still in this game, and they got that 3-pointer, now they have the ball back, only down by 4.
It's going to come down to the wire. It's been back and forth all night long. And, you know, a quote I said a couple weeks ago, you know, I was mentioning, a lot of times people say, hold on, meanwhile is no good. A lot of times people say any given Sunday in football, but with this game, it's really any given Wednesday. You know, upsets happen, and this could be one of them.
Yeah, I'm not sure who would be the upset in this one because both teams are phenomenal, but still.
And that point is good, and we got a 2-point basketball game now. Fletch in the corner. Richardson. Trying to make something happen now. Nothing. Oh, passes to Reeder. It's deflected off now to Hoey, who drives. He's fouled. 2-point lead for River now. And Reeder was fouled by Stevens, I believe. And they're going to give him an and one after they talk about it.
Aaron Hoey now with 16 points on the night.
Most of anybody.
Except for Dalton Stevens of Mark Morris, he has 18.
Now that one is good. It's 50 now to 40. Oh, excuse me, 49-46, 3-point lead. Bonger now. Mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound is fouled, and now River ball. 50-46. And the crowd really getting into this game with the "you can't do that" chants, you know. It's just great home crowd. They're passionate about this team. They want this team to win. They want this team to have success.
You know, that's a big reason why they had momentum there in the third quarter and could easily get it back here if they score, especially a deep three.
Hoey now to Richardson. Richardson now, floater, no good, airballed it. Now Stevens. Stevens to Stevens. Looking, out to Bunger. Ibarreta, no good, rebound Stevens. Stevens now will toss it off. Stevens now, step back three, no good. Rebound West, Ibarreta, no good. And the rebounds continue, and it is Mark Morris ball.
Yeah, and I was a little confused there why Fletch didn't go for it.
I think he thought it was off of Stevens, but it was not.
It'll be Mark Morris ball. But you know, if you're River, you got to get the rebound. They had too many shots, and now they get another chance.
The offensive rebound's starting to kill them. Inbounds pass to Stevens. Stevens. Ibarreta for three. Good. And now a 2-point game here. 5:30 to play.
And he was just wide open on that one. Easy pickings.
Now Richardson. To Phillips. Phillips to Reeder in the paint. No good. One possession game. Loses the ball. Gets it back. Almost gets it intercepted. And timeout called by Mark Morris. 5:10 to go here in the fourth. It's a 2-point lead. It's 50-48. You couldn't ask for much more.
You really couldn't, and that was a big-time shot there by Drew Ibarreta. You know, like I said, that big-time three-pointer, but that wouldn't have happened if River would have just got the ball back. They left way too many offensive rebounds, loaded up the inbound there, and, you know, they just need to be a little bit, I don't know how to put it, but, you know, they need to be a bit more aggressive in the paint, make sure they're not fouling too much, but make sure you get the ball out. That was the main thing that led up that big-time three-pointer, and now we see momentum possibly swinging towards Mark Morris. And, you know, these teams really, once they've been getting momentum, they've really been carrying it through, scoring on run after run after run. And only being down 2, this is a big possession here for Mark Morris.
River's got to keep in mind, they got to get more aggressive on the boards and in the paint. They're not playing too aggressive. It's been a lot of the Mark Morris fouls. You haven't seen a lot of fouls on River. Sometimes it's not always a good thing. Sometimes you just got to be a little more aggressive. Now here's Ibarreta for the lead. No good. And that's going to be, no, I don't like that call, but it's going to be River ball.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to see from this angle. It kind of looked like it went off River, but River gets the call there, and now they're up court with John Reeder.
Lucky break now. Reeder over to Fletch. Fletch to Hoey. Hoey will drive, going up and over, and he's got it. Stevens now trying to have something happen. Down by 4, he loses the ball, and they will maintain possession. Time not too big of a factor, with still 4:40 to go. Now River leads by 4. West will inbound, guarded by Phillips. And pass is intercepted by Hoey, who goes the distance, coast to coast, is good! And now Stevens. Nowhere to go. Ibarreta drives. Blocked! Maintains possession. 3 timeouts remain for Mark Morris. 4 still for River. And now what a game this has been. River leads by 6 now. Ibarreta for 3. Good. 3-point lead. 54-51 now.
Ibarreta hitting all those big threes. When you need him, you need a big 3, call on Ibarreta.
He's been quiet with his points. He's been big on the assist, but now he's just showing out everywhere. Meanwhile, John Reeder drives to the hole. They go back up by 5 now. Stevens, guarded now, goes up, and he's fouled, goes to the line once more for the 6th time tonight.
And you know, it's been more of a quiet second half, third, fourth quarter there for Dalton Stevens, but he's still having an impact on the game, being really physical there defensively, getting a lot of offensive rebounds, which has led to a lot of points here for Mark Morris, especially early here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now he's at the line again. Down 5, he's trying to get his team back in this one. Crowd getting into it as the first shot is good. Rolled around the rim for a second there. It didn't look like it was going to go, but it drops in. Crowd gets into it once more. It's getting loud here in Hoover Gymnasium. Second shot. Good. 3-point game now.
20 points there for Dalton Stevens on the night.
I believe the leading scorer. Hoey now. Phillips back to Hoey. Trying to have something happen. He'll drive, and it is no good. Rebound. Put back. It is Bunger now who has it, and it is out of bounds. River ball.
And we were just complaining about River being aggressive, and there they had like the 2-3-man press, able to force a bad pass, and now it's River ball.
That's the aggressive side they need to play by here. Coming down to the wire, 3:25 to go. Now here's Reeder. Richardson driving, puts a shot, it's good. Back to a 5-point lead now. Mark Morris not going away though. Long pass is good. 2-point game now.
This game is back and forth. You can't leave a player that wide open.
I don't know what happened defensively at River, but now it's a 2-point lead. Hoey deep 3. No good. I don't know what he's thinking. That's a bad time to shoot that.
He could have stepped a couple of feet closer, made it a bit of an easier shot. Not sure why he didn't.
Not a good decision. Now a chance to go tie the game or take the lead here for Mark Morris. Pass to West. West now. Bonger. Drive. Spin. Kick out. Stevens. Nowhere to go. Bonger now. Bonger to Stevens. 6 on the shot clock for the lead. No good. Rebound West. Tie game. 58 apiece with 2:21 to go on the clock.
Clutch play after clutch play here from Mac West.
It's going to come down to it, just as we expected, in a timeout called by River to regroup. An all-time classic for sure here.
Yeah, every time you think River's going to pull away with the lead, Mark Morris seems to come stomping right back.
That's absolutely accurate.
And, we got 58-58, only 2:12 left. And one thing we got to give Coach Mark Gander here for River a lot of credit is I think that he's a really good play clock manager. He knows when to call his timeouts. He knows when to regroup, and I think this will lead to success here for River. I'm not sure what they'll draw up, but I'm not exactly sure what they're going to change offensively or defensively, but I expect River play whatever they're going to dial up here to be successful. But I'm not sure.
Yep.
And the Mark Morris huddle, they're probably talking what they need to do defensively and offensively to shut down River and take this lead, but it's really going to come down to the last seconds of this one.
Absolutely agree with you. And now we continue this all-time classic. 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Couldn't ask for anything quite much like this. Inbounds pass to Richardson. Slow start now to Reeder. Reeder picking up the pace now with Richardson, now slows it back down. 10 on the shot clock. Fletch, drive, shot, good. Back to a 2-point River lead, 60-58 now. Ibarretta. Now gets a screen from Stevens. Ball handles. Now it's, Stevens now. Ibarretta makes a move. Tie. No! Rebound. And it'll be Mark Morris ball. I'm not sure about that call either, but the lucky breaks continue for both sides.
Yeah, smart play there again by Mac West, making sure he didn't touch it or even try to throw that one back in. Was able to read who touched it last, and now it's Mark Morris inbounds.
And now it is Stevens. Ibarretta now. Ibarretta looking. Full shot clock, 1:18 to go, down by 2. West looking. Has a man. Into the corner is Ibarreta. And he goes up and one for Carson Bogner. Unbelievable. Wow.
And we have said his name a lot tonight, but no bigger time than before than now. 8 points on the night, trying to make it 9 and give Mark Morris that lead with about 1:08 left.
We are tied at 60 apiece here. For the lead. Good. 61-60, 1:08 to go.
And momentum has really swung back here for Mark Morris. River walking to that bench looked a little slow, a little bit of heads down, but they got to keep moving forward. Play after
timeout
play.
Taken by Mark Morris. Get a chance to dial up your best minute of basketball this season.
And no bigger time to do it than now. Like I said, what's on the line here? They're all really trying to get within a game of R.A. Long and try to possibly win league. I mean, for Mark Morris, they play R.A. Long in their last regular season game. They need this one. If they can win this one, then they have a chance to win league there in the last game of the season.
No, I totally agree with you on that.
And then, for River, I don't think they play R.A. Long again this year, but, they're going to need a little bit of luck even if they win this game. But they have to win this game to stay in contention. And, league doesn't seem that serious now, but it can when it comes time for seeding in districts and
now trying to get your seeding for state.
Exactly, try to get that home field advantage.
Home court.
Well, yeah, home court.
And now just looking to have an exciting finish here in this one. The present is first. You worry about the future later. Now an inbound by Reeder. Richardson takes it up, a minute to go. $1:03 to go. Under a minute to play, and this is the clutch time now. Fletch will drive. He'll take it. It's good! Now 50 seconds to go. 62-61 Rapids. Stevens to Ibarreta. Ibarreta now. Pass intercepted almost. Stevens now to Ibarreta. 37 seconds to go. Stevens kicks it out. Pass is stolen and he's fouled. .7 on the clock. It's a 1-point lead. And it is River basketball.
And Fletch in the past 2 minutes has come up time and time again, getting River these critical points when needed most, and he's come alive here in the second half. A big reason River's up by 1.
Indeed. Now a press played by Mark Morris. The crunch time. And a timeout taken by River. You can burn a good amount of time. You might have to intentionally foul if you're Mark Morris. That's a consideration you definitely got to make now.
Exactly, and they just need the ball back. They need another chance offensively, and we talked about Mark Morris having momentum, but I think it swung right back to River, and that's really been the story of this game. When one team has it, the other team takes it right back, and you can see in the scoreboard 62-61 with only 32 seconds left, and there's not even really much else to say other than this game has just been incredible.
Now, as long as River does not hit a three, it'll be a one-possession game. And I think everybody in the building is going to know where the ball is going for the one play Mark Morris will have. It'll be in the hands of Stevens.
Most definitely, they're going to draw it up for him. And if you're River, you got to put 2 people on him at least.
But for now, you got to worry about your offense and don't make any stupid mistakes. It's Reeder on the inbound now. Over to Richardson. They play a press. Pass is intercepted now. Ibarreta. Now it's Stevens in the corner for the lead. It's good. Unbelievable. 21 seconds to play. Deep pass. And it's tied. 15 seconds to go. 10 seconds timeout. Mark Morris. We're tied at 64 with 11.6 to play the game.
I cannot believe I'm watching here in Hoover Gymnasium.
This is unbelievable.
This is absolute madness. We got to break that down. Ari Richardson, he had it looking for a pass. It was intercepted by Mark Morris. And we've called on Wagner or Watts tonight, and again and again and again, he delivers with the big-time
This is
three.
unbelievable. The play absolutely going to Stevens. Everybody in the the darn gymnasium here knows that this ball is going to Stevens.
Well, you know, even after they got the big-time three, you know, River, they got right back into a deep pass down to Kevin Clary. He's able to knock down that too, and with only 11 seconds left, this game could very well go into overtime.
They got 11.6 seconds to find their shot they want to get one opportunity at the game.
This is madness, and you know, we before the game we weren't sure who was going to win. We knew it was going to be a really good game, but this is better than anything they could have advertised.
Here we go. 11.6 on the clock now. 64-64. The adrenaline rush is high here in the building.
I'm nervous and I'm not even playing.
The Iberetta inbounds pass now. It's now. He drives. Foul by River.
Mark Morris inbound coming. Just 8.4 seconds left.
Bonger got fouled there now. And now it's going to be Iberetta on the inbounds once more. 8.4 to go. Nothing to go. Stevens in the corner. He's guarded by Reeder. He's fouled again.
Now only 5.7 seconds
You can't foul him.
left.
You cannot foul him again or he will go to the line. One more to the bonus. You cannot foul.
This is the last play here.
Now Hendrickson will inbound. Has Stevens now. 5 seconds. 2 seconds for the game. No good. No good. We're going to overtime. He missed at the buzzer. Unbelievable.
I cannot believe that he just missed that. You know, I thought the game was over when he missed a three. I saw Mark Morris, they got the rebound, and I thought for sure they were going to put it up and make it in. And maybe the pressure got to him, maybe just a small mistake. But wow, this game is going to overtime, and we could not, like we've said a million times, could have asked for a better game.
4 minutes on the clock. We got free basketball. 64 apiece. This is incredible.
This is probably the closest high school game I've ever watched. And, you know, we talked about the stakes being high in this one, and they're showing why it's a very important game. I mean, both teams going back and forth and watch both organizations.
Absolutely. This is absolutely incredible. Both teams set for overtime now, tied at 64 apiece. Here we go. It's a jump ball. I think it's a jump ball for overtime. Here we go, the jump ball between Stevens and Phillips to send us to overtime. I mean, you look back at that moment, Stevens had a corner three, missed it, but the opportunity, the putback was he missed it.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that, and like I said earlier, I thought that the game was over when he missed the three, but there was still an opportunity there. What a routine play that just wasn't able to get it to go.
All right, here we go now. It's Iberetta. Now in the corner to Hendrickson. Stevens looking to have something. He passes, and it's intercepted, now deflected to Stevens. Stevens now to Bonger. Ogner, dry, no. Rebound Phillips. Phillips now to Hoey to Richardson. He'll take it up. Long pass to Fletch now. Back to Richardson. Reeder. Kicked out to Hoey. He'll drive. Makes a move. He got it.
And his big game continues now with 23 points.
And, I mean, he's just been phenomenal throughout this entire game. Now it's Stevens. Stevens now. Nowhere to go. Ibarreta into the paint. Bonger, good. We're tied at 66. Now 2:40 to go. Richardson now. Deep three. No. Rebound. Gets it. It's Ibarreta who gets it. Deep pass. Nobody stopping. It is no good. Put back is good. Mark Morris leads by 2.
Wagner now with a quiet 16 points. He's made every single big play here tonight for Mark Morris, it seems like.
Reeder drives. Blocked. Phillips. Kicked out to Hoey now. Hoey. Kicked out to Fletch for 3. No good. Rebound Stevens now.
And for the first time in a while, we're seeing, Mark Morris lead having the ball, really. And they're able to play at their own
Morris
pace.
with some momentum. Now floater, no good. Rebound out of bounds. River ball.
And, we haven't really seen this in a while. River is going to have to start matching the pace of Mark Morris now that they're in the lead. Mark Morris can play how they want to, at the pace they want to. As for River, they really got to score on this play, and strong defense, get it back, score again with just a minute left. A minute 45 left, excuse me.
A minute 40 to go. Mark Morris up by 2. Timeout, River.
Gonna need a drop of play here.
You look at back in the fourth quarter, it's kind of the same circumstances here, just flipped.
Exactly. And Mark Morris was able to pull it off, get the, a couple big points there, 3-pointer, 2-pointer, able to get those to go. They were able to tie it up Sunday into overtime, and they even had a chance to win it. I'm curious to see if River will be able to reciprocate that. They're going to need a big-time play here, and head coach Mark Andrew, he's going to need to dial it up. But I feel like we got to give a lot of credit here to Mark Morris. They were down 7 points, several points in this game, and now they were able to force overtime, and now they actually have a 2-point lead in overtime with only a minute and a half really left. River, they got to pick it up.
All right, a buck 34 to go, and River down by 2. They'll inbound. It'll be Richardson, who inbounds to Fletch. Fletch, looking, pass, we're tied again! John Reeder now again continues his monstrous performance of the night.
He was just wide open.
Bonger now, Stevens with it. Stevens, back to Stevens. Stevens drives, gets it off his foot, puts it up, is no good. Rebound out of bounds, River ball. A buck of 1 here, a minute of 1 to go. It's tied at 68. The adrenaline goes again.
Good defense there, especially there on the rebounds. I thought that Stevenson with the size was going to be up there and get it, but good play there by Richardson to draw the foul.
Now Richardson takes it. Out to Hoey. Back to Richardson. Reeder pass to Phillips. Phillips, no good. Now a rebound by Mark Morris. Ibarreta going the other direction to Stevens now. 38 seconds to go. Timeout, Mark Morris.
And, you know, we saw Mark Morris getting lucky, not able to get the little
floater.
Yeah, little floater there, especially right under the hoop at the end of the game. And now it happens here for River. It's going both ways. And with just 37 seconds left, I'm
Very
curious
similar situation as well, we went. This is the fourth quarter.
Exactly, and I'm curious to see what they're going to draw up here for Mark Morris. They weren't able to get the game-winning play. I wonder if they're going to get it this time. They don't have enough time to, you know, bleed out the shot clock. But if River fails to get defensive rebounds, they possibly could. So, you know, River here, they need to get the rebound as fast as they can and just milk as much clock as possible going up offensively and get the game-winning basket. Mark Morris, they just need to bleed as much clock as they can, hit a big-time shot, and just play stout defense.
Yeah, no, and is the thought of double overtime kind of crossing your mind right now?
It's possible, I think. I'm not exactly sure if they play double overtime. I don't know.
I do believe
Actually,
they do.
No, I think they do. I don't think that there can be any
They play
game.
till there is a winner.
Yeah, and you know, I thought one overtime was crazy. We could get two in 37 seconds if this is the score.
All right, Stevens will inbound. Looking, has Ibarreta. 35 to go. Tied at 68. Ibarreta pass to Stevens now. Back to Ibarreta. 28 to go. West to Stevens, back to Stevens. 22 to go, 8 on the shot clock. Stevens drives, good! 18 to go. 15. Putting it up, and one! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! I don't believe it! I don't believe it!
And if you're... That was the worst possible time you could possibly foul if you're Mark Morris.
It is tied at 70, it's 90. 9.4 to go, it's tied at 70, and it's an and one.
It would have tied up at 70.
Luka Phillips is at the line to try to take the lead for the Columbia River Rapids.
And that was a time you just could not afford to foul. Mark Morris does, and now Luka Phillips has a chance to possibly win the game on this free throw. No good!
Rebound! Tie up! River basketball with 5.9 to play. I don't believe what I am witnessing right now.
River calling a timeout, I think, yeah. That was insane. I thought he was going to make the free throw.
Absolutely unbelievable.
And we saw that scramble after the free throw, and Mark Morris, unfortunate, that guy's back just was out of bounds. Unfortunately, had to be under.
No, it was a tie-up.
Oh, they call it tie-up there?
They call it tie-up there. And the possession arrow with River, they get the benefit of the arrow.
Yeah, wow.
We're tied at 70.
And we're in the exact same situation we saw there in the fourth quarter, except River has a chance to win it this time.
Now 5.9 to go play.
And in all likelihood, if they're not able to get some here, it's going to go to double overtime. And wow.
This is absolutely incredible. Get off those power cables. Now River, slow to get out of their little team huddle meeting. Ref will come in there and break it up. 5.9 to go, 70-70 in overtime. This is ridiculous.
I don't even know what to say. I'm lost for words. So I'm curious to see how these last seconds will play out.
Reeder will inbound. Now they're going to get one shot for the game. No! Rebound! And we're going to double overtime. This is utterly absurd.
Yeah, I can't believe this. I knew when I came here today that we would be announcing, but I did not expect to announce really
6 quarters of basketball?
Yeah, 1.5 games. I mean, oh my goodness.
Double overtime on our hands. Connor, I don't even know what to say.
I'm lost for words, and it seems like when one team is going to break away and win, they're either unable to do so or the other team is able to stop them. And like this has been back and forth all night with 4 more minutes to play here in the game, at least. And yeah,
The game continues. As now, I believe River will. Oh no, do they do a jump ball? I believe. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work.
And you know, the refs really should be paid overtime here. I mean, wow.
No pun intended on the overtime.
But yeah, I mean.
They do jump balls. The same two as last time. It's Stevens and Phillips. This time it's one. And Reeder, no good. He takes a hard fall. So it'll be a 5-on-4. Richardson will try to get back there. 3, no good. Ball. Rebound, takes a hard fall as he hits the deck. As Hendrickson goes down hard. Into the bonus is Mark Morris. And he will go to the line. Oh no, it's Riv. It's a foul 4. And into the bonus they go. Reeder. No good. Remains 70 apiece. A second opportunity to take the lead for Reeder. It's up. It's no good. He missed both.
And he got robbed on that second one. Oh my goodness, that thing toilet bowled.
And now it's Bonger. Over into the corner. Stevens looking, driving, kicking for 3. No! Rebound. Richardson drives, is good! And it's 72-70. Ibarreta will take it up, guarded by Fletch. In the corner for Bogner. Bonger now makes a move to Stevens. Stevens now. 3 to play. Pass is intercepted. Going the other way. Reeder got it. Now it's 74-70. Both teams got to be tired, but the endurance of River keeps them going here. Pace slowed down now. Oh, and an off-ball foul committed by Phillips.
He'll go to the line for 2. And John Reeder with that big-time bucket on the just coast-to-coast there play by River. And he's able to make up for his missed free throws earlier. But biggest lead of the game, and honestly, at least half an hour real time.
I don't exactly know what's happening. They're saying this is a technical foul. This is going to be 2 shots and the ball back. Mac West will go to the line for 2, and then Mark Morris will get the ball back after because of the technical foul issue. First one. Got it.
And we haven't called on Mac a lot this game, but when we have, he's been clutch. Let's see if he can get second one here.
He did not. They will get the ball back. Oh, they called 2 different technical fouls. He gets the first. So, just for some clarification, there were 2 separate technical fouls on the same play committed by River. So 2 different players of Mark Morris are taking shots, and that's good too. 1-point game. They will now get the inbounds pass for Stevens.
And you know, that missed free throw there by Mac West really could come back to hurt them. I mean, if he would have made that, it would have been 74-74, but we'll see.
Inbound. Bogner. 2:30 to play. Ibarreta, no. Rebound, West. Loose ball. Richardson now going the other direction. No, out of bounds. Mark Morris ball. This game is just ridiculous.
And the River bench can't believe there wasn't a foul called there.
I don't know. I think Richardson might have gotten hit on the way up. No call, though.
And both teams are now in the bonus, so every foul is going to send them to the line.
Stevens takes it up. Ibarreta. Now a bounce pass. Barely gotten wide open. He gets it. 75-74. 1 point Mark Morris lead. Now 1:50 to go. This is ridiculous. Richardson. Trying to find something. He'll drive. Richardson. No. Mark Morris ball. No, they call River. The refs say different things, and they agree it'll be River basketball.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be Mark Morris ball there. I thought it clearly went off of River, but they get the call.
A lucky break for Columbia River. The inbounds pass. Hoey now. He's been quiet since the second quarter. Looking to have something. Hoey will drive, and he's fouled.
And one.
And he will get the and one on the play.
Aaron Hoey now with 25 points on the night, looking to make it 26, and that play could not have come at a bigger moment.
And now a chance to make this a 2-point lead. Got it. Ibarreta. Pass to Stevens. Back to Ibarreta. Looking, has nothing, has Stevens now. Stevens trying to have something. 3 ball for the lead. Good. A $1.05 to play now.
And this game continues to go back and forth.
78-77. Hoey. Phillips. Phillips. No. Rebound. Stevens. Pass to Wagner. Now to Ibarreta. 42 to play. Over to Wagner. Stevens with it. West. West again, over to Stevens. 30. 5 on the shot clock. A miracle shot. Rebounded. Going the other way. 22-second shot clock, not a factor. And a timeout called by River to dial up a play.
And you know, they can't, no, there's no shot clock, so this could be the very last play of the game, and only being down 1, you know, this...
You got 20 seconds to find your good shot. You got to take that said shot, and you got to make it.
No.
Absolutely no room for error.
And who do you think is getting the shot?
I think this is absolutely either going to John Reeder or it's either going to John Reeder or Ari Richardson. I think those are the only 2 possible things. Possibly, I could see this ball going to Aaron Hoey.
Yeah, I agree. You know, he has 26 points on the night. Richardson, he has 16. John Reeder, he has 13. All the high leading scorers for the team. And with only 21 seconds about left here in the game, you know, it's got to go to one of them. You got to put the ball in the hands of your playmakers, especially being down by 1. And right now, your biggest match of the season. And you got to see if they can get it done.
And now here we go. 20.9 seconds. 70-78. Mark Morris leads. The inbounds pass from Reeder. Inbound from Reeder. Miles back to Richardson. Richardson will drive. He's out of bounds. Mark Morris ball. I don't believe what I just saw.
Yeah, I thought they were definitely going to call some there, and they didn't.
Now they have to foul or intercept the inbounds pass.
Only about 13 seconds left, and timeout by Mark Morris.
12.8 to go. It's a 1 point Mark Morris lead. They have to foul or intercept the inbound.
And you know, it seems down right now for River. You know, they're down by 1 point, only 13 seconds about left of this one. It seems down, but every single time in this match, one team has been down, looking like they're out. They've come right back, and I can see that happening here for River. They're going to need a little bit of luck. You know, they're going to need to play this very smart, and they're going to need a bit of a miracle, honestly, but they can get back into this one.
So, both teams, one timeout remaining. Both teams in the bonus. 78-77, 12.8 to go. Is this in the Game of the Year category?
I think for GSHL, this has to be Game of the Year, and I know there are a bunch of games that haven't been played yet, but it's going to be hard to top this. I mean, if you paid for tickets tonight, you definitely got what you paid for.
And double overtime.
Exactly. And, I mean, there's possibility for triple. I mean, I kind of doubt it considering the score, but you never know.
Never doubt something on a Wednesday night basketball game. Inbound to Steven. They will foul. He'll go to the line. Now, providing he makes both, it'll still be a 3-point game.
And, you know, in that moment, we talked about the ball having to go to Aaron Hoey, Ari Richardson, John Reeder, but in that moment, if they make these two, or even if they make one, or even none, really, the ball has to go right back in one of their hands, but they need to play smart. I'm not sure exactly what Mark Morris is going to do defensively, if they're going to press or let him come up the court, but I have to wait and see.
You got to see what happens on these two free throws, then we assess from there. First shot. Good. Now, if he makes the second, River will take their timeout, most likely. They'll get their play good. Now, if they miss, they got to rebound this basketball. They have to get the defensive rebound. It's good. Timeout, Mark Morris.
Yeah, you know, that ice in the veins there for Dalton Stevens. You know, the arena was blaring loud, and he was able to drill 2 clutch free throws. You know, he almost has 25 points. He's at 24 right now on the night. And it's not a bigger time to hit free throws than really
An exceptional night for Dalton Stevens tonight. Unbelievable.
Every time you think that he's gone away, he's come right back. We haven't said his name in a while, really since the last fourth quarter shot, but when, you know, double overtime, he needed a couple big free throws, he gets them.
So now, 80-77, they'll get their one opportunity to go get 3, to send this to triple overtime.
I can't even believe we're talking about that here tonight. I never expected this to even go this long, but it's been a great game. And, you know, we've seen crazier things happen this game. I wouldn't doubt if they can hit a big-time 3 here.
All right, Reeder will inbound. Mark Morris plays a press. Richardson gets fouled. He'll go to the line. That's kind of smart.
Yeah, I was actually going to question if they would do that because now he can only shoot 2 free throws.
And they have to get a rebound. He has to miss the second on purpose.
It's either that or he has to make both of them and then foul Mark Morris and then have another chance to cut. Even then, that might be wasting too much time. This is honestly a really smart play by Mark Morris. Curious to see how River responds.
Got the first. Now he needs to miss the second. They need the rebound.
And they're subbing in Alex Pont here. Maybe this is one of their strategies to possibly get the rebound off the free throw.
So with a smaller body, get Reeder to go. No, excuse me, Hoey gets another big body in the paint.
Big time play here.
They need the rebound. They foul with 5.3 to go. River with 1 timeout. This is unbelievable.
But I got to give Mark Morris credit. That was a very smart play there.
Heads up play by Coach Kelly.
Yeah, and I was questioning if they were going to do that. I was actually going to ask if they would purposely foul, but I mean, now the odds of River winning this game seem almost slim to none.
So 81-79.
They're going to need a prayer, really, off a prayer 3-ball. You know,
A timeout called by River.
And we saw, you know, during halftime the 3-point or the half-court shot challenge. We might see that. We're probably going to see that here from River.
You got 5.3 after the shot to go down and get a shot.
Yeah.
You throw up a prayer, hope for the best, and call it a day. And if you make it, you play third overtime.
Exactly. And, you know, I wish that they would make statistics for these high school basketball games to see the percent or the probability of each team winning at a certain timestamp, because this game would go up and down, both teams.
Absolutely.
It's been crazy. Right when you thought Mark Morris was going to win there, right at the end, well, you know, River kind of got lucky to force overtime there, but both teams have fought through pretty much 2 overtimes now. And, I mean, you have to think that this, I'm not sure. I mean, are we really going to see a third overtime? Like, wow.
Second free throw now from Carson Bogner, who's had a heck of a night. And you hear the too much pressure chants getting into the head, possibly, as he makes it. They need a miracle. Reeder, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Richardson, no good. Game over. What a game. Unbelievable.
And you got to give it to River. I mean, they had a chance there. It was a very slim chance, but Richardson, I honestly thought he was going to make that there for a second. It went off the rim, was not it to go, but I wasn't going to be surprised if he made that. But you also got to give Mark Morris credit. What a game this has been between these two teams, and Mark Morris now really on a good pace to possibly place first in league. As for River, they're not looking too high in terms
They
of
still got to go beat R.A. Long now, and they got to come out with a win. That concludes this game, an 82-79 Mark Morris over the Columbia River Rapids win. Thank you for watching. I'm Kennedy Dowse.
And I'm Connor Orr. Take care and have a great night.